Three receivers to the right, and the Cowboys back in the pistol again. Bowman waiting for the snap. Here it comes. A give to Ollie Gordon. Breaks a tackle. Cuts it off. 10, 5. Heading to the pylon. Diving. He's in. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Ollie Gordon with his 11th rushing score of the year. That's why he's so dangerous. And the Cowboys strike first at home. 5 receivers in the formation. A shotgun snap to Milroe. He's standing back at his 40-yard line, dancing. All kinds of time to throw. Still dancing. He's one down the left side towards the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Isaiah Bond with the miracle grab in the back left corner of the end zone on 4th and goal from the 31. Milroe and Alabama find the answer. And the Crimson Tide are up 2 with 32 seconds to play. How did that happen? Brandon Peters remains in the game. Norwood lines up to the left. Same formation for the Illini. 2 receivers on the slot to the right. Now Navarro goes in motion. A play fake. Peters rolling right. He's got a receiver in the back of the end zone. The pass is caught. Casey Washington with the grab and the 2-point conversion in overtime. Number 9 wins this historic game for the Illini. Illinois 20, Penn State 18. What a game, what an upset in Happy Valley. Here's the snap. Nico's back at the 15, bouncing. Starts ahead to his right. He's got some room. He's to the 5. He looks like VY at the Rose Bowl. He's in. Touchdown. Tucked inside the right pylon. How about a big, lanky quarterback at the Rose Bowl running for a touchdown? Shades of Vince Young. And it's a 12-point Bruins lead. 4-man defensive front for Auburn. Snap to Beck, standing in the pocket, zips one over the middle. Caught again by Bowers at the 25. 20, breaks a tackle. 15, 10, rumbling to the pylon. He's in for the touchdown. A 40-yard pitch and catch. And Brock Bowers has taken over the game. And Georgia back in front.
Absolutely awesome.
8:03 to go in this game. 21-17 Oklahoma. Ollie Gordon remains in behind Bowman in the pistol. 2 receivers wide side right. Bowman claps his hands, turns right, gives it to Gordon. Ahead of steam, right on into the end zone. Touchdown Cowboys. Pistols firing. Oklahoma State back in front. A 4th quarter lead here at Bedlam. 10:32 to go in the game. Count leading 38-18. Hurricanes have 3rd and goal from the 18-yard line. A snap to Ward, out of the gun, gets rid of it quickly, fires it down the seam. Pass caught by Horton. This time it is a touchdown for Miami. And the first passing touchdown in the game for Cam Ward when the Hurricanes needed it in the 4th quarter. Cal to snap on 2nd and 10. Out of an empty, out of the gun. Mendoza with a shoulder fake. Fires one down the seam. Pass is caught. Andrews running free. 20, 10, left sideline, 5, end zone, touchdown. Jack Andrews with the big play. And Cal an extra point away from tying up the football game. Football is between the hashes at the 26. Riley Thompson, the punter, is the holder. Left-footed kicker is Barker. Penn State was down 14 at the half. Here in overtime, Barker trying to kick this through for the win. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's on its way, and it is good! Penn State walks it off. A 36-yard field goal by Barker. And in overtime, the Nittany Lions win 33-30 to move to 6-0 on the season. Fall has most certainly arrived in central Pennsylvania, and so has the light rain at Beaver Stadium. It feels like Big Ten football for the Touchdown Radio Network Game of the Week. Today it's the 7th-ranked Penn State Nittany Lions hosting the Illinois Illini on homecoming. Now he's up to 7 yards passing. Here's the heavy running formation again. Sikowski under center, hands it up to Brown, starts right, cuts back left. He's over the 30, lowers his shoulder, stays on his feet, still moving over the 35, up to the 40-yard line. Chase Brown kept those feet moving, and Penn State could not bring him down.
Well, Penn State's got to make adjustment for this elephant personnel for Illinois. 7 offensive linemen, 2 tight ends, and 1 running back, and Penn State has not been able to stop the run when Illinois gets in that formation.
15-yard gain. Credit these Illini runners. They're running with passion and conviction, though. football at the Illini 39, under 4 minutes to go, first quarter, no score. Sikowski under center again, takes the snap, hands off right side, Brown. He's going to be caught near the line of scrimmage. It was the corner, Joey Porter Jr. came flying in to make that tackle after maybe a gain of 1 on the play. Joey Porter Jr., his dad, 13 years in the NFL, Super Bowl champion, Pro Bowl linebacker with the Steelers.
Some with the Dolphins. He was with the Dolphins, yeah.
Bakersfield, California native. Football's marked back at the 39, so officially no gain, 2nd and 10. Illini on the march in a 0-0 game here in the rain in Happy Valley. Sikowski back into the shotgun, Brown to his left, 2 receivers to the boundary right. Williams comes in motion. Here's the clap, here's the snap, and a handoff to Brown running right. He's going to give the reverse on a pitch. It's Washington. He's going to throw the football to the former quarterback, Williams, who was open on the sideline, and it sails out of bounds at about the 45 in Penn State territory.
Well, Washington takes the reverse. Great job with pressure by the defender, Brandon Smith, the outside linebacker. He's chasing down the runner from the outside, hits Washington before he could throw that ball. And the ball from Washington high to the outside, and never in the history of college football or any other level has a ball ever been completed out of bounds.
Oh, I love that. He had him wide open by about 20 yards, so now it's 3rd and 10. This crowd in full throw. The Illini from their 39. Sikowski out of the gun. Here's the snap. Hands it off to Brown, running right at the 40, outside the numbers of the 45. Got hit hard and dropped shy of the marker. It was Brisker again who made the tackle.
Jaquan Brisker is not shy away from any kind of tackles. He did go high, basically just grabbed the chest of the runner, Chase Brown, and threw him down.
Dropped him at the 45, so 4th and 3. Illinois to punt with Blake Hayes, senior out of Melbourne. Doesn't want to give Dotson a chance to make a big return. He's at his 15. Clock rolling, 2:15 and counting, first quarter. The left-footed punter sends one towards the far sideline. Dotson comes up, lets the ball bounce behind him at the 10, takes the bounce to the 5, keeps on rolling, and it's going to check up at about the 6, maybe the 7, where Penn State will have it. And Gino, new quarterback or healthy quarterback in Clifford or not, Penn State has 15 yards of total offense here in the first quarter.
Well, and Clifford's got to do it through the air. I mentioned they're averaging less than 4 yards a carry on the ground. This Penn State offense has not shown that they can run the ball consistently with success.
I still can't get over, we did not have a single explanation after touchdown Penn State, touchdown defense on that drive.
And no explanation, no conference, no, hey, do we need to replay this?
Noah Kane, the running back, now in for the first time. He stands back at the 2-yard line to the right of Sean Clifford out of the gun. Low snap and a give to Kane. Big hold off the right side of the line. Closes quickly as Kane flies across the 10 and crawls up to about the 11.
The only thing I can think of on that play is they said somebody blew the whistle. An official blew the whistle, but man, that's tough to swallow if you're Penn State's defense.
Don't you have to get on your microphone and explain it to the teams or the crowd?
You would think.
Minute 40 to go, first quarter. 2nd and 6, Nittany Lions from their 11. They have 3 receivers to the right. Now hitting in motion is Lambert Smith to the wide side left out of the empty set. Clifford throws. It's Dotson on the slant. He's across the 20 after making the catch. The football's loose. It's covered by Penn State. Parker Washington covers it at the 22, and Penn State's going to get a first down out of that.
Well, empty backfield motion across the formation from right to left. Leaves Dotson on the backside. He runs the quick slant, throw, catch, first down. Dotson's got to hang on to that ball, but the weather with the rain, ball squirted out.
36th straight game that Dotson has made a catch. He's lucky, though, he didn't turn it over to Illinois. Football marked at the 22, 1st and 10 for the Nittany Lions. Kane to the right of Clifford out of the gun. Clifford doing a lot of talking to his linemen, moving around, backing up into the shotgun. 2 receivers stacked each side of the football field. Play clock's at 5. Clifford's going to go at some point, you would think. It's at 2. Here's the snap, belt high, back in the pocket, pressure coming. Lobs one down the right sideline. This one's up for grabs. Dotson jumps up, makes the grab at the Illinois 44. The Illini had 2 defenders there, but it was Dotson with a nose for the football who made the catch.
Well, that was just Dotson going up higher than the Illinois defender. Jertavius Martin Quan The star safety is sitting there. He's literally waiting for the ball to come down like he's a punt returner, and Dotson just goes up, jumps higher than he did, says, not so fast, I'm taking it.
36-yard gain to the Illini 42. Maybe the final play here in our first quarter. Clifford has Kane to his left. Illinois shoving about 7 defenders up in the box. The snap to Clifford, play fake, back in the pocket, throws over the middle, pass is caught, Lambert Smith has got it, he's to the 10, the 5, an open path to the end zone, touchdown, Penn State, a pitch and catch of 42 yards, and Keandre Lambert Smith has the first touchdown of this football game.
Well, play action, Eddie Smith, the backside corner, he's a grad transfer from Alabama. He allows Lambert Smith to break to the inside on a quick post route. Once you're beaten in man coverage to the inside, bad things happen if you're a defender, and there was no safety there. Lambert Smith just walked into the end zone untouched.
At 5 catches for 61 yards at Iowa in the loss, scores today. Jordan Stout on to attempt the extra point, and flags will fly first.
False start. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. Try for point.
So at 9 seconds to go here in our first quarter, Penn State's on the board, try to add the extra point. They'll be backed up 5 yards, however.
Man coverage, and you're going to blitz. You cannot let receivers get to the inside of you as a defender, and that's exactly what Eddie Smith, he's listed as the 3rd string strong safety playing corner. So the formation dictated Penn State got exactly what they wanted, a wide receiver on a safety.
After Lambert Smith caught it, he could have jogged backwards into the end zone for 20 yards. Here's the snap, the kick, it's up and good from Stout. Penn State 7, Illinois nothing. 9 seconds to go here in our first quarter at Beaver Stadium in Happy Valley. We're well in excess of 4 hours. It was dreary and raining when we started. The sun's just about ready to come through the clouds. We played this long. And we're in the 9th overtime. Tied at 18. Illinois can win it here. If they fail on this 2-point conversion, we're going to have double digits in overtime. It'll be our 10th. And we're establishing a bar where every other team will try not to ever reach this again in college football.
I should have known when I tried to make an early flight that somehow, some way.
Here we go. 9th overtime. Illinois can win with this 2-point conversion. Brandon Peters remains in the game. Norwood lines up to the left. Same formation for the Illini. 2 receivers on the slot to the right. Now Navarro goes in motion, a play fake. Peters rolling right. He's got a receiver in the back of the end zone. The pass is caught. Casey Washington with the grab. And the 2-point conversion in overtime. Number 9 wins this historic game for the Illini. Illinois 20, Penn State 18. What a game. What an upset in Happy Valley. And the celebration is on. Brett Bielema and the Illini have come to Happy Valley, and what a game we'll be talking about for years. And we'll be back after these local messages on the Touchdown Radio Network.